What's that one piece of advice that one of your parents gave you that really got you going? Well, Gabrielle Miller, it happened when she was 17, so like a lot of us, money was really tight in her family, right? So her and her mom started this house cleaning business, and one day they were on a job, and Gab's mom looked at her and she said to her, "I know you want something more than this. Life moves fast, so go get it." Well, she went and got it, threw herself into acting. So here's the story, right? Gabrielle's slow and steady rise in TV and film began in the early 90s with roles on a show like Da Vinci's Inquest, but the nation really started paying attention to her when this character showed up.
I mean, they could have run a photo of me in a Hitler mustache tossing puppies into a wood chipper.
Does such a photo exist?
Corner gas, instant hit, and at the same time she was doing that, she was doing another uniquely Canadian series, Robson Arms.
Let me tell you something about women. They hate White Sox. You can never fully trust a man who owns White Sox. Oh.
That took her back to her hometown of Vancouver, where she grew up in a hippie family. Yes, Gabrielle's middle name is Sunshine. Now, life wasn't all peace signs and flowers and VW buses. The family had its struggles too. Gabrielle's older sister, Shanti, has cerebral palsy. And when Gabrielle and Shanti were kids, support for people with cerebral palsy was limited. So the family created a groundbreaking way to help Shanti live life on her own terms. We'll get into that with Gabrielle, who called Shanti as the light of her life. Now, she poured those feelings into her new movie as well, Sisters and Brothers. Gabrielle plays the sister of a man with schizophrenia, a woman dedicated to standing by her sibling, no matter what.
This is absolutely ridiculous. My brother made a commitment to me that we were going to see his attorney.
Oh, well, I am his attorney.
Please welcome to the show, Gabrielle Miller.
Hi, darling, thank you.
How are you?
I'm great, how are you?
Very well. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
Congratulations on your movie picture show.
Thank you, I'm very excited about it.
Yes, you should be. This is a, you know, it's a heavy character to play because, and, you know, people at home are going through this. We're all, I mean, if you've ever loved somebody who's battling with schizophrenia, I mean, it's almost an impossible hill to climb in a way, but you have to still find a way to climb it. What's it like just trying to figure that out?
It's such a complicated relationship, and there's so many different emotions going on. And for me, where I kind of started from is she is a caregiver. You know, like in her heart, his well-being is the most important thing. And I think that sometimes in those kind of situations, in those kind of relationships, it's very easy to lose yourself in that. And that's kind of where she was at, I think.
That's something you can draw on from your personal life, can't you?
Yeah.
I mean, in reality, I mean, your family has got a hell of a story.
We do.
And your sister, right? I mean, with cerebral palsy, and you created essentially what is this micro board, which is not a technical accomplishment. It's actually a human accomplishment.
It is.
Right? I mean, so have you been in the caregiver mode your whole life?
Yes, and I've been taken care of my whole life. I'm really blessed. But we have a big, beautiful, you know, complicated family, and lots of love, and we're all fighters, you know, in a good way.
This whole idea of this microboard, I'm really fascinated by this idea.
It's amazing.
Let me talk,
Okay, so what a microboard is a small nonprofit created to help one individual. In 1989, Linda Perry, the executive director of Vela Microboard, created a microboard for my sister because at that time the only option was that Shanti was going to end up in an institution. And so she did, and now my sister for all of these years has had autonomy and choice. Her life looks the way she wants it to. She has her own staff, she lives in her own house and makes the choices she wants for herself. And it's more cost effective than it would have been for my sister to be institutionalized, which would have been devastating and not a possibility for our family. We didn't want that.
And there's hundreds of them now in British Columbia.
It's incredible.
Something that when I was reading about it that really stuck with me was the board gathers to find out what Shanti wants the next stage of her life to look like.
That's right.
That's dignity.
It is, and it's the way, it's what everybody deserves, you know?
It's incredibly OG, the idea of a village working on behalf of everybody, isn't it?
Yeah.
You actually come from your home too. I mean, your parents are proper hippies.
Proper hippies.
Like,
my middle name is Sunshine.
Your middle name is
Yeah. we had sat saying at our house every Sunday. We had like group meditation at our house, and I woke up every morning meditating with my dad.
For real?
For real, lifelong vegetarian, that's why.
Because of the meditation business?
Yeah, my parents were initiates of Master Kirpal Singh, so.
Okay, so on Sundays I'd get up and get dragged to church,
right?
And rebelled against it pretty much the whole way, and in a way still do. Did you embrace it, the meditation?
Oh, I loved it. My father some mornings would say, "For the love of God, Gabe," excuse me.
But what do you say? What do you say, God?
No,
though? Okay.
no. He would be like, "Can you please wait till the sun comes up?" Because I would get up and like go upstairs to the attic and I'm like, "Give me my blanket, I'm ready." I loved it.
Now, was it about the meditation, or was it about spending that time with your father?
Both.
It was.
My father was, you know, I just adored him, and also I really enjoyed meditating. And my father was a great guide.
And so this is the thing: you have an unlikely path to this career, but you have this career. How do you think that it happened? So, I mean, obviously you have talent and all that, but lots of people have talent. What was the impetus for you to get to this place?
I've always been kind of shy and scared of everything, and as a child, it was so difficult for me to express myself, but I had a very large inner world. And when I was 8 years old, my friend's grandmother took us to our first acting class, and it was like a light went off. It was like, oh, I get to do this and express myself and use my imagination, and I didn't feel shy in that situation. Is it true or false that you and your mom started a house cleaning company? That's true. On bicycles? Yes. Really? We were called Have Broom, Will Travel. And my mom and I would ride our bikes around and do cleaning jobs. And what would your mother represent to you? Everything: power, strength, love, and dedication. Multiple jobs, too? I mean, single parents tend to have that, don't they? She worked really hard. And you almost get a sense that your folks kind of gave up a big part of their own identity just for their kids. They did. My mom has dedicated her life to her children, and now her grandchildren. She's an excellent woman. For a lot of people, they see you corner gases with this big explosion, right? Yeah. You know, and kind of a fish out of water. In a sense, it's the outsider mentality as well. In that, could you identify, even though it's a comedy, could you identify a lot with it? Absolutely. Yeah? Yeah. How bizarre that you're standing there in Saskatchewan thinking, I'm the same girl from Vancouver. Yeah. And then Call Me Fitz. Are you doing Call Me Fitz again? Which is probably the opposite. I loved it so much. I joined them, you know, on and off for season 3, and I had an amazing time. Well, it's a significant show in Canada, and people, I think, don't talk about it enough, because it's maybe the edgiest show this country's made on television in a long time. Yeah. In the years that you've been on TV in this country, are you seeing a shift in the kind of TV we're making? I am, yeah. What are you noticing being different? Well, the boundaries are being pushed, and there's like, you know, Call Me Fitz is really layered. Like, it's dark and funny, and you love them. And it's crazy. It's Priestley. Isn't he incredible? Yeah. That role, I mean, he plays him so well. Whenever I watch Jason Priestley and Call Me Fitz, I can't wait to see what he's going to be like when he's 75. You know, like when he's like the next Gordon Pinson, which is it's going to be fantastic. People are really going to like you in this movie. It's called Sister and Brother. Actually, it's in March 23rd. March 23rd. March 23rd is when it is in the theaters. Gabrielle Miller, everybody. We'll be right back. Thank you. Thank you so much.